Hello, everybody. It's Krista Giamarco, Psychic Soul Senses. So, in our town, we are going through an upheaval, a change, a much needed change, and I'm very passionate about it. But remember, guys, I've got 5 kids that I help take care of, and elderly parents that I help with. They raise kids too. They raise my kids too. So everybody's together here. We're doing it together. So it's hard for me to get out to events and stuff. I don't live in the city limits of Ironton, so city council meetings would probably be out for me, unless it's a county meeting, However, I wanted to read you guys something about change, because everybody's up in arms about, Chili's past or whatever. And I prayed for that person to come here because we needed someone strong, someone intelligent, someone that could stand up to the police corruption and help bring enlightenment to those of us that need it. And that's the truth. I mean, I'm not saying that I am saying we were deliberately dumbed down on purpose so that they could take our rights away. Period. It's been that way all across the United States. You could cut and paste Ironton anywhere in the U.S. Now, I want to read something about change. So, if we're getting lashback, if people are harassing us, we're making change. And that's all there is to it. Change doesn't happen if everything is flowers and daisies and gumdrops. Change happens when people get up and in the spirit of their goal, their cause, they are passionate about it, and they speak their voice. The only way change is going to happen is for all of us to stand up and speak our voice. Okay? I went to a friend's house in Kentucky. His name is Tom. Her name is Sherry. The cop follows me in. He doesn't pull me over. I pull into private property, park my vehicle, I get out, I go into Tom and Sherry's house. I'm there for 30 minutes. I come out, there's 2 cops in my car. Okay? I immediately, and I can read the ticket to you, I still have the ticket. He even says he follows me. When he comes back around the block, I'm not in the vehicle, so he proceeds to search the vehicle. He even writes it on the ticket. Okay? There was no probable cause. There has to be probable cause. Smelling something is not probable cause, especially on private property. So, you can tell how that situation probably went down. Since then, and I stood up for my rights, and I recorded, and my phone got knocked out of my hand and stomped, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I was threatened the whole time. If I pled not guilty, I would go to jail. And that's how the system works around here, and we're done with it. We're done with it. We're standing up for our rights, and we're going to get stuff changed. So, here's what I have to tell you. An American psychiatrist, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, says, When a discovery upends our familiar world and makes it impossible to return, we go through the same processes as when we lose or prepare to lose a loved one. So if your paradigm consists of, oh, well, that's the law, that's the way it is, if you're breaking the law, then you deserve to be in trouble, and then something happens to you, and you get harassed, and you get beat, and you think you're almost going to die, and you end up with 7 charges for cops that were in your vehicle on private property with no cause. Then your paradigm starts to shift. You start jumping out of that little box, right? But you go through the processes of grief. How could this happen to me? Well, I feel deceived. That's not what I was told the cops are. I was told that they were good people. I thought they were here to protect and serve, not harass and demean. So it says, the first is denial. Sometimes the first reaction is to be in anger. That's not right. That is not right. Then you go to bargaining. This is where you try to contort the information to try to make it fit. Well, did I do something wrong? Well, maybe it was my fault. Right? Then the third is depression. You get depressed. And that's where I got depressed. Because I felt like, how can we live in a state where they decide at any time whatever they want to do to you, and it's done, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then if you decide to go complain, you get a runaround. You can't, because if you file a false report, we'll get you for that. They try to hang you all the way around. So I want you guys to understand that this fight, this all started a long time ago. These laws, draconian laws, can go all the way back to religion. Okay? I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. There's a difference. There's a big difference. I've heard someone say before that God was a tree. Hey, I agree. Not necessarily is God a tree, but I got to speak to God through a tree. I mean, through being in the woods and communicating. Religion was set up for us to follow a set of rules and laws. Those same sets of rules and laws apply to communities. So if you're a good little girl and boy and go to church and follow the rules and the laws, you're a good citizen. And if you step outside of those beliefs, you're the bad guy. What we have going on right now is a shift. A shift. People are waking up and realizing these towns, cities, governments have too much control, and we're taking it back. Because we don't stop. Thank you. I hope this was a good video.